There's a quiet kind of confusion that shows up late at night, when everything finally slows down, and your mind starts drifting back to someone you thought you had moved on from. Not someone who loved you gently, not someone who treated you the way you deserved, but someone who made you question yourself, someone who made you feel small, someone who didn't stay, and yet, you still miss them. You miss their voice, you miss the way things used to feel, you miss the version of them that showed up just enough to make it all feel real. And then the question comes back, every time, why do I miss someone who didn't treat me right? It doesn't make sense. A part of you knows you deserve better, but another part of you still feels attached. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone, and more importantly, there's nothing wrong with you. At first, it didn't feel complicated. There was a time when things felt easy, not perfect, but real enough to believe in. They made you laugh, they noticed little things about you. There were moments, small, fleeting, but meaningful, where you felt seen, and those moments stayed with you, even when things started to change, when the texts became shorter, when their tone felt different, when you started wondering if you were asking for too much. You held on to those early memories, because they felt like proof. Proof that this person could love you, proof that something real existed between you. So when things got harder, you didn't walk away, you tried harder. You became more patient, more understanding, more forgiving than you probably should have been, and slowly, without even realizing it, you started adjusting yourself. You thought more carefully before speaking. You overanalyzed simple conversations. You ignored your own needs just to keep the connection steady. You started carrying the emotional weight of two people, and still, you stayed, not because it felt good, but because somewhere deep down, it once did, because when they were good, they were really good. There were moments where everything felt right, where their attention felt warm, where their presence felt like something you didn't want to lose, and those moments became the anchor. So now that they're gone, or distant, your mind doesn't just remember the hurt, it remembers the hope, the version of them you believed in, the version of the connection you thought could exist, if only things had been different. And that feeling of almost being loved the way you needed can be one of the hardest things to let go of. What you're feeling isn't random, and it's not a sign of weakness. It's the way human attachment actually works. Our brains aren't just wired to connect with people. They're wired to connect with patterns. And one of the strongest patterns we can experience is something called intermittent reinforcement. It's when something good doesn't happen all the time, but just often enough to keep you hoping. When someone shows up consistently, your mind feels safe. But when someone is unpredictable, warm one moment, distant the next, your brain becomes more focused, not less. It starts chasing the good moments, trying to figure out how to get back to that version of them, and without even realizing it, you become emotionally invested in the possibility, not just the reality. That's why the connection can feel so intense, because it wasn't steady, it was uncertain, and uncertainty creates attachment. There's also something deeper happening beneath the surface. When someone doesn't treat you right, it can quietly trigger your need for validation. A part of you starts asking, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do to be enough for them? And instead of pulling away, you lean in, you try harder, not because you're naive, but because you're human. We all want to feel chosen. We all want to feel valued. So when that feeling becomes inconsistent, it doesn't always push us away. Sometimes, it pulls us closer. And when it ends, you're not just losing the person. You're losing the emotional investment, the effort, the version of yourself that kept trying to make it work. There's one more layer to this. A part of your mind is still trying to rewrite the ending, to believe it could have worked, to hold on to the version of them that made you feel something real. So missing them isn't always about wanting them back. Sometimes, it's about holding on to the story you hoped would happen, And sometimes, it's simply familiarity. Even if the connection wasn't healthy, it was known. And the mind often prefers what's familiar, even if it hurt, over stepping into something completely unknown. Missing someone who didn't treat you right doesn't mean they were right for you. It means you experienced something that felt real, even if it wasn't consistent or healthy. It means you cared. You showed up with patience, with understanding, with hope, and those things are not weaknesses. But here's the truth that takes time to accept. You're not missing them as they truly were. You're missing how they made you feel in their best moments. And those moments, as powerful as they felt, were never the full picture. Real, healthy connection doesn't leave you guessing where you stand. It doesn't make you shrink to keep someone close. It doesn't ask you to constantly prove your worth. The version of love you're holding on to, the one that felt warm, safe, and effortless, that feeling is real. But it wasn't something they gave consistently, and you deserve consistency. You deserve to feel calm in someone's presence, not anxious, to feel secure, not uncertain, to feel valued, not questioned. So when you find yourself missing them, don't rush to push the feeling away. Instead, gently look at it for what it is. Not a sign that you need them back, but a reflection of what you were hoping to feel. Because what you're really missing is the connection, the comfort, the feeling of being seen. And those things don't belong to one person. They're experiences your heart is still capable of having in a healthier, more stable way. Over time, something begins to shift. The memories don't disappear, but they start to feel different, softer, clearer. You begin to remember not just the warmth, but the inconsistency, not just the closeness, but the distance too. And slowly, your heart catches up to what your mind already understands. That you didn't lose something perfect. You let go of something incomplete, and the space that's left behind, even if it feels quiet right now, isn't empty forever. It's making room. Room for something steadier, something more honest, something that doesn't leave you questioning your worth. So if you find yourself missing them tonight, don't judge yourself for it. Don't rush to fix the feeling. Just notice it. Let it pass through, without attaching meaning to it. Because missing someone is not always about them. Sometimes, it's about the space they once filled, and over time, that space will be filled again, not with confusion, not with inconsistency, but with something calmer, something real, something that stays. And when that happens, you won't have to question it. You won't have to chase it. It will simply feel right. Until then, be patient with your own heart. It didn't hold on because it's weak. It held on because it learned how to care. And learning how to care, even in the wrong places, is still part of becoming someone who will one day receive the right kind of love.